The US is defenseless against a drone terror attack, and every other country is at risk too. The October 7th strike by Hamas highlighted drones' potential for harm. At the heart of the problem is the ready availability of cheap drones, the highly innovative approaches taken by terrorists, and an out-of-date legal and technological framework. In this video, you're going to learn exactly how easy it is for terrorists to use drones to attack countries, cities, towns, and even events. You'll also see the threat to agriculture and food supply, and we'll share with you how US federal regulations actually make it more difficult to address these threats. On October the 7th, Hamas utilized drones in a deadly attack on Israel. This highlighted terrorists' growing adeptness in using drones in novel and alarming ways, raising significant concerns for US security. In this incident, Hamas deployed hobbyist-style quadcopters equipped with cameras for reconnaissance, subsequently adapting them to carry lightweight munitions, effectively turning them into airborne improvised explosive devices or IEDs. These drones were then used to disable key surveillance and defensive tools along the Israel-Gaza border, facilitating a subsequent attack that resulted in numerous casualties and abductions. This incident underscores the ease with which individuals can now acquire potent aerial capabilities affordably, using commercially available drones or components. However, US federal law poses substantial challenges for law enforcement agencies in countering such threats within the nation's borders, leading to vulnerabilities against similar attacks. Retired Major General James Poss, previously the senior intelligence officer in the Air Force, expressed his concerns about the legal limitations in defending the US against such threats. He likened the situation to a potential Pearl Harbor event, but with a response hindered by legal considerations rather than the immediate military defensive actions required. Technologies for detecting drones using electromagnetic or acoustic signals exist today, along with a wide range of anti-drone weaponry capable of neutralizing these threats through various means. Yet, without specific exemptions or federal authorization, US law enforcement agencies face significant legal barriers in employing these technologies. Actions such as intercepting a drone's signal could breach laws like the Wiretap Act, and more assertive measures to counter drones are often reserved just for federal agencies with specific permissions to protect only critical sites. The Federal Aviation Administration, or the FAA, stringently upholds the rights of all aircraft, including drones, to utilize public airspace. This stance is reinforced by a federal advisory that cautions against interfering with drones, which could contravene laws like the Aircraft Sabotage Act and the Aircraft Piracy Act. All of these protections follow no matter how big or small the airborne craft is. A drone that a child buys online has the same protection as the latest Boeing 787. Unmanned aerial systems, or UAS, encompass a broad range of aircraft categorized by the US military based on factors such as maximum takeoff weight and operating capabilities. While advanced military drones like the MQ-9 are very visible and can be countered by most militaries, smaller drones present a more elusive and challenging threat to detect and neutralize. These are the exact drones that most hobbyists fly, and that commercial users like Amazon, Walmart, Mana, and DroneUp are piloting today to deliver food, goods, and medical supplies in trials across the world. FBI Director Christopher Wray highlighted his concerns about the potential for terrorist groups like Hamas to exploit these capabilities for attacks on US soil, with a 9/11 type scenario almost a potential reality, underscoring the innovative and potentially devastating uses of drone technology in modern conflict and terrorism. And this threat extends beyond military use, as we've seen in the Ukraine conflict, where drones have played a significant role, or in criminal activities such as drug smuggling by Mexican cartels. Worst-case scenarios include terrorists adapting drones to fire guns or mini-bombs at a crowded event like the New York Marathon, or using crop-spraying drones to douse a football stadium with chemicals, causing mass panic. The Department of Homeland Security and the Justice Department can offer temporary counter-UAS security for specific events under federal exemptions, but such exemptions are always limited, and FAA regulations further restrict drone operations in certain airspace, but enforcement still remains challenging due to resource limitations. The threat of drone terrorism is immediate and evolving, and it won't go away. It demands a global, coordinated response, accepting the change in the march of technology, recognizing the risks, but adapting legal frameworks to these new risks across the federal and international bodies who enforce these laws.